microphone check. Brian, microphone check. Brian. Eita. Eita. Microphone. Microphone.
4 runs in the first over, and this is the second over there. Austin Mujuni coming to bowl for Mt.Kirimannjaro. Good line there from Austin Mujuni, just trying to pick it up from where Adam Huzaifa had left it in the first over. It is match day number 11 of the East African Safari. Mt.Kirimannjaro squaring off against Mt.Rwenzori. An exciting matchup here at Florida Cricket Oval. Good placement there from Hariom Dudarejia, picking up that gap. And a chance for them to pick up 2. Brilliant running between the wickets, giving them the second run. Great bowling display there. Good line there. Hesitation between the batters, but in the end they will take the run. Sloppiness there from the wicket keeper, and a chance for them to take the run, and good running to make sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking. Mt.Rwenzori at the back of 3 losses, and now coming into this game to make sure that they search for a victory. The tournament has not been moving as per their plan, and now they are trying to find something. Another dot ball there. The struggles there for Austin Mujuni continue as he's now been bowling it wide, back-to-back wides there. So far for him, he has failed to adjust the lanes to bowl the good areas. Straight to the hands of the field, and it is put down. Haddad Chiberu given an opportunity to catch, but he doesn't complete that chance. That dropped opportunity brings us to the end of the over. 12 has gone, and 9 for no losses the score. Huzaifa Adams will be coming back to bowl. Gave away 4 runs in his first over, and now he comes for his second. Right arm over for Hariom Dudarejia. Widith on the offer and cut away straight to the fielder, but Hariom very quick between the wickets and he manages to take the run. Good passage of play here so far for Mt.Rwenzori, a team that is looking to bounce back to winning ways. They have made sure that they look for the placements and keep finding those gaps. Something that is really working out for them. Should be wide, yes. And the sloppy glove work there from Raymond Kagera will give them an extra run. Adam Uzefa trying to ball it outside off stump but not keeping it within the tram lines. The ball swinging away and swinging hard. And it is wide. A little costly, a little expensive for his team. Much better there from Uzaifa, bringing it a little closer. Width there, but not right in the arc. Good bowling there from Adam Uzaifa, trying to make sure that he forces Hariom into playing that one to the off. Now he manages to pick up a dot ball, but that's a much better line there coming in from Adam Uzaifa. Uzaifa looking for a very good finish to this matchup. Sloppiness there from the fielder at point, giving Hariom Dudareji a chance to get back to his ground. But it is a much better looking over there from Adam Uzaifa. A single to start it off, a wide, but he's adjusted lines and made sure that he picks up some dot balls. Much needed there for the side. He will be just hoping that he can complete so well. Hariom Dudareji has 5 of 7, and Ivaigatwaha has 9 of 7. Is yet to get out of the blocks. Slapped away, and they do take the run. It was traveling straight to the fielder, but good running there, giving them a chance to pick that single. And even though they have not scored boundaries in this innings, unless they have made sure that the running between the wickets is so good and they have made sure that they keep finding those runs. Will bring us to the end of the over, and after 3 overs, 13 for no loss is the score. There will be a bowling change there being taken in by Mt.Kirimannjaro. Austin Mujuni out of the attack and Colin Izokwalinga into the attack. Okwalinga now will be bowling spin. The first time we'll be seeing him bowl some bit of spin. He has been bowling medium pace, but now trying to back his experience to bowl some bit of spin here. Flatted and full, but hit straight to the fielder there by Hariom. Clear intent there for him. He's really showing that for the balls that he will make full access to, he will go so hard at them out of the tram lines, and it's wide. Dot ball, they are much better. Colin is backing his experience up. It is a new wicket that is being used today. He again fights the fielder, and it is another dot ball in the over. Good placement backward of the square, and they will take the single. Another dot ball there in the over. It is turning out to be a very good over. A wide and a single. Now just one ball remaining to wrap up this over. A little onto the borderline, and Begato hits that one away, but a slow outfield. It will roll all the way to the boundary. All coming boundary there from T20. He's broken the shackles, and he's picked up the boundary. A little too short, and to the borderline he got it and just guided it with its turn, beating up that vacant deep mid-wicket area to pick up the first boundary. And the boundary will bring us to the end of over number 4. Scoreboard reading 19 for no loss after 4. Adamu Uzaifa coming back to ball. Made a mess by the wicket keeper, and it will be by runs taken. Wicket. Middle stump right uprooted. Full yorker right into the crease, and the celebration there for Adamu Uzaifa. T20, no idea, no clue whatsoever for him to hit that one away. He got off the mark with the boundary in the previous over, but throughout the match he has been showing that he's so uncomfortable with the pace. In the end, the furniture is disturbed, and the first wicket goes. A little raw pace, a little too straight, and the wicket falls. Look at the ball there, angling in, and the foot movement there from Baiga. helping him to get that one right out of the block hole. It is the first wicket that goes for Mt.Rwenzori. And after 4.2 overs, 20 for 1 is the score. The new man in is Bosco Akena, the man who loves calling himself Sanke. But brilliant line there from Adam Uzeifa, just getting it anger away from the batter, and it is another dot ball. It is a much better over. The over started with a leg by. He picked up the wicket of T20, and now he's just screamed it off with another dot ball. Some sweet pace they are coming in from Adam Uzeifa. He has so far bowled 2.3 overs and conceded 7 runs. He's picked up just a single wicket, but he's made sure that he's hitting that hard deck and keeping it right in the good areas. A little straighter, and it will be another dot ball, keeping the wickets into play on every moment here. Adam Uzeifa. You need to make sure that you keep bowling that stump to stump area to have a very big chance of picking up the wicket. Wicket. It was middle stump uprooted for T20, and now for Bosco Akena it is middle stump that is uprooted again. The full yoked balls there from Uzeifa Adams are really putting Mt.Kirimannjaro in a very comfortable position in this game. 2 wickets falling in the over, 2 falling for Mt.Rwenzori in a flash. Adam Uzeifa being the wicket taker for both. But look at that ball there, that nipping back ball, that in swing has really been a very, very hard line to play. If you look at somehow Baigatwa was trying to close the line of the ball, but missing that by a whisker. And it is the middle stump that is uprooted. The second wicket for Mt.Rwenzori goes, and 20 for a loss of 2 is the score. And the left-handed Mahad Sechito will be the new batter walking in for Mt.Rwenzori. 2 wickets are falling in a flash. 1 more ball remaining to play in this over. But what an over there from Uzeifa Adam. And now the left-handed option being brought into the attack. It is another wicket that goes. Uzeifa Adam has really made this over a very, very nice over. It is a triple wicket maiden over, no runs conceded by Adam Muzefa, just a leg by which counts to the team, but another wicket there uprooted, and it is the left-handed man Sechito. Middle stump uprooted for the righties, and the leg stump for the lefty. 5 overs gone, and 20 for 3 is the score. Something that has been started being built by Mt.Rwenzori. Now not working there, but look at that ball there. Raw pace there from Adam Muzefa, and he rearranges the furniture. Good line and length there being bowled by the young man. It is the final over to complete the power play of this match. 20 for 3 is the score after 5 overs. Current run rate reading 4.00. Julius Boji is the new batter who has made his way to the crease. Colin Okwalinga, who gave away 6 in his first, will be returning for his second over. Okwalinga into the attack. A little short, but it's straight to the fielder. Forcing him to play on the back foot, but he picks up another dot ball. Brilliant over there from Collins Okwalinga. Hit down the ground, and they will take the single. Ariom trying to look for a placement on the offside, doesn't find one, and he manages to squeeze one on the own. He picks up that single. Down the ground by Iwoji, and another single there taken. Across the lane, and it is another wicket there that goes straight. A ball that Hariom would have played front of the square. He tries to find access on the onside. In the end, it is Collins Okwalinga who wins the battle, picking up another wicket, and now wickets are falling in a flash for Mt.Rwenzori. 3 fell in the previous over. 1 so far in this over, with 1 more ball remaining in the over. Kilimanjaro Mountain now dimming off the lights for the Mount Ranges of Rwenzori. 22 for 4 as Hariom Dudareji, who opened the batting and has stuck in for some time, will be now making the long walk back to the heart. He should have played with a vertical bat, try and place to it and hit it down the ground. But thinking he could have hit it on the onside, left his wickets exposed. Didn't even step close the ball, Hariom. The ball was a little short and right in the arc, but it kept a little low. Because it is a new wicket, the ball held somehow into the surface. By the time he rose to try and hit it on the onside, he could not find any in his arc. Okwalinga with his first wicket, and Mt.Kirimannjaro with their fourth wicket. Moses Achema is the new batter in. (22) for a loss of 4 wickets. Wickets falling very, very quickly. Gates that one backward of the square. Hesitation between the batters, but they will take the run. And that single will bring the over to an end. The power play is gone, but clearly a power play which has been won by Mt.Kirimannjaro. They have picked up 4 wickets inside the power play. And they have left Mt.Rwenzori hanging at 23 for a loss of 4 after 6. Adam Uzefa, having picked up 3 wickets in his previous over, he has been handed the ball to bowl another over here. Good line there from Adam Uzefa. You clearly see the idea there from him, keeping wickets in play on each and every delivery. And he starts off with a dot ball. Keeping the edge of the bat into play, and it is another dot ball there for Uzaifa Adams. There is a run-out chance. Another bigger chance on the wicket-keeper's end. A comment of errors there between the two batters. Moses Achema momentarily leaving his ground. He thought he would have made his ground back again, but he doesn't make his ground. A comical run out of sorts. First of all, it was a direct hit at the bowler's end, not completed. Good awareness there. A throw going to the wicket-keeper's end, and it is the 5th wicket that Mt.Kirimannjaro picks. No communication whatsoever between the two batters. The two of them operating at different networks, resulting into a wicket. The mix-up there, half dive there, directed to the bowler's end, and in the end, they realizes that Achame is out of his ground and is in the same crease with his partner. His worker there by Nathan Mpere, wiping off the bells and helping his side pick up another wicket. And out of nothing, they pick up another wicket. A mix-up between the two batters. And Mt.Rwenzori loses another wicket. They are now 23 for a loss of 5 wickets. Innocent Elvis Akena is the new batter in for Mt.Rwenzori. A seamer by his trade, but now with a very big role of helping his team to get to a very respectable total. Mt.Kirimannjaro has won the toss and opted to bowl first. And now the plan is working out in their favor as they are making sure that they do pick up quick wickets. 5 wickets have already fallen in a flash with not so many runs coming on board. Hits it up in the air, trying to work it leg side, but it is a dot ball there. Uzaifa Adam still bowling it to the body. They have lost 3 back-to-back games there on trot. And now they are headed for another loss, because they have failed to find the runs. And unless there grows a partnership that can see them pick up something solid and maybe defendable. Brilliant over there from Adam Uzaifa. No runs considered so far for him, and he will be bowling the final ball of the over. Final ball of this over. And it is a dot ball. End of over number 7. And 23 for a loss of 5 is the score. Kwalinga back into the attack with the dot ball. Down, there is a run out chance. The wicket keeper there, Raymond Kagera, the part-timer, not getting hold of that ball and completing the run out, giving them another chance to take the run. Atiniboji, little careful with his throw instead of going for a quick throw. To the pads. There was an appeal, but it is not given. There was an appeal of that LBW, but not given by the umpire. And as we come to the end of over number 8, 24 for a loss of 5 is the score. Mojini Austin, who bowled 1 over and he went for 6 runs, is now coming back to bowl his second, replacing Adam Uzaifa. He makes a mess of it. The wicket keeper there, Raymond Kagera, who has not been looking comfortable with holding that rope pace. And the batters, some good awareness there as they do take the single. The current run rate is 3.12. Projected score reading about 60. hits that one a little straight, but the batter is not interested in taking the run. A little deceptive with the sound of that bat there. Boji Julius thinking that every time he hears the sound from the blade there is a chance to run. Fine leg and third man both at the boundary, all the other fielders inside. Straight to the fielder. There is a run out chance on the wicket keeper's end. But the wicket keeper Raymond Kagera part-timer not getting those balls off in quick time. Two more balls remaining in this Austin Mujuni over. Wide is the call there from the umpire, but the wicket keeper too generous. He's not held onto anything. Raymond Kagera. Austin Mujuni just keeping it outside the tram lines instead of bowling it stump to keep the batters in check. It will be another wide. Much better line there from Mujuni Austin as he picks up the dirty ball. Apish. There's a run out chance there. Work for wicket keeper to do. But we've seen many of those being taken. Sloppiness in this Kilimanjaro fielding. But at the end of the over, 31 for a loss of 5 is the score on board. Across the line, ugly as Okwalinga comes back for his final over. Boj going on one knee to hit that one to the onside. Okwalinga coming for his final over. He sofa bowled 3.1 and considered just 10, picking up a wicket. Another dot ball there. Good line being bowled by Okwalinga. Right in the arc. and he whips it away to pick up the single. Deep mid wicket and long on, both at the boundary plus extra cover. Hit up in the air. Does it go all the way? Yes. Picked up very nicely there by Julius Mwoji to bring up another maximum, the first one in this innings. And somehow he's showing that yes, you might be picking wickets, but we shall also punch back. Right, and he's hitting arc. And the lofted shot of sorts there from Julius Mwoji, setting that one all the way to the boundary. Okwalinga will be looking to adjust lines. Straight to the fielder. Poor throw. Chance for another runner, for another run. Good running as they come back for a double. Zef Adam getting that ball in quick time, but not really chipping in. A good throw, and they do run quickly. Mt.Kirimannjaro today without some of their players, Navin Pindoria, Hemant Hirani, and Emmanuel Okwalinga, whereas for Kilimanjaro, they don't have Robert Owili, their mainstay captain, who is currently with the Uganda under-19 team that has kicked off another tournament in Entebbe, where they are taking on the Rwanda under-19. But as we come to the end of the 10th over at the halfway mark, 40 runs for a loss of 5 is what the scoreboard reads for Mt.Rwenzori. We will see another bowling change. Austin Mujuni out of the attack and Komagom Jovan into the attack. Another handy spinner, formerly medium seamer, but very, very good with turning the ball. That is hit. Does it go all the way? No. Chance for them to take the second run, and good running as they come back for the second run. Wicket for Komagom, inside edge of the blade of Innocent Elvis Akena. A pace-off delivery there from Jovan Akena, trying to hit that one on. In the end, it's an inside edge. And the Rwenzori Mountain loses another wicket. It is the 6th wicket that goes. A little flattered and full from Jovan Komagom. Innocent trying to go hard at it. He just manages an inside edge. And it is a wicket. Leg stamp dislodged. And the 42 for 6 is the score. Now we see the captain for the side making his way to the crease. Solomon Duwama Chigozi will be the new batter in for Mt.Rwenzori. .42 for a loss of 6 as the captain makes his way to the crease. Nothing working out for Mt.Rwenzori so far. Trying to angle it back. but it is a dot ball there. Down the leg, and it will be wides. Not sure what the idea is now for Jovan Komagom, but the weights are now turning out to be very, very many. Down on one knee and hits that one away. Austin Mujuni not stopping it, and it goes all the way to the boundary. The captain getting off the marker there with that boundary. How he turns around with the ball, how he times it, how he places it, how he connects it to bring up that boundary. Still trying to access the yon side, but it's a dirty ball. Playing on the back foot, but a good placement. End of the over. 50 runs coming up in that over. And the 51 for 6 is the score after 11. From the edge of the bat there, as Nathan Mupere now comes in as the bowling change. Playing the ball right under his watch. Good work there from Solomon Luwamachugozi. Leans back into that one and creams it through covers to the boundary. A little shot and way there from Nathan Mpere. And Solomon Wama says thank you. Just leaning in and making full access. Sending that to the boundary. Should be called wide, yes. Way outside the tram lines. And it is wide. Hit by Solomon down to long on, and it is a single. It's that one straight to the fielder. Boji Julius picks up the waiting Opejini Mungu. And it is another wicket that goes. Trying to put stability at one end, Solomon Wamachigozi, but his partner Woji Julius falling for that. And another wicket there goes. It is the 7th that goes. There was a glimmer of hope. But the hope being taken away by that wicket. And Alex Chadiha will be the new batter in for Mt.Rwenzori. Mt.Rwenzori, the only team with a single victory in this tournament. That victory coming against Mount Elgon, but they have gone on and lost all their games. They really do want to get something, but they are right at the bottom of the table. Chadiha Alex with a dot ball. End of over number 12 and 57 for 7 is the score. Komagom Jovan coming back to bowl his second over. Solomon Wama picks one very nicely, and it is a maximum. Flexing his muscles and picking up on that length there from Jovan Komagom. Sending it all the way to the faces for that maximum. Getting down on one knee and making full patches to pick up that boundary. for that score reading 76 for 7. Mt.Kirimannjaro conceding so many runs in the infield. But that is well struck. Bay Solomon Luwamachi goes to pick up another boundary. Looks like he is in the mood of scoring some runs. And he's really making sure that he continues hitting that length that is offered to him. Inside edge, and it is another dot ball there, but Solomon feels that that ball was right there for him to hit. He just didn't time it well. Touch and go. These are the easy runs they have been conceding in the infield. And that soon will bring us the end of over number 16 with the scoreboard reading 82 for a loss of 7. Bowling change there. Boji Martin into the attack. Starts off with the dot ball. He's bowling to his teammate. They do play for the same club, Mukono Development Cricket Club, the captain for Mt.Rwenzori and Boji Martin. Hit away, and they will take a single. Down the leg, and it will be wides. Runs are again starting to come for Mt.Kirimannjaro. They lost 4 wickets inside the power play, but now Alex Chadiha and Solomon Luwamachi are trying to stitch a partnership together here. And the back-to-back wides there will be more advantageous for them as they keep looking at getting to that 100 runs mark. What looked like was going to be a very low total has now turned out to Chadiha goes and hits it all the way for a maximum. He has been saying Solomon trying to hit those shots on the onside, and out of nothing he also goes hard, picks that one off very nicely and sends it all the way over the head of that fielder deep mid wicket. They are now in the 90s and they'll be hoping that they can get to 100 in no quick time. Try and make sure that they come out and give themselves a chance of chasing. $91 for 7 is now what they do have on board. Gets that one straight under the fielder, and another poor throw there coming in from Opejinimungu, giving them another run. And they do continue picking up the easy runs. Going down on one knee, but he doesn't make any timing. But the sloppiness in the fielding gives them another chance. Into the gap, and they will take another single. The single will bring the end to the over. 17 gone and 94 for a loss of 7 is the score. You feel that somehow Mt.Rwenzori is finding a total that they can bowl at. Mopere coming back for the 18th over. And it will start with a single. Chadiha, Alex and Solomon Duwam have understood the assignment. And they are really making sure that they do find the runs. And when you look at their current partnership, it is worth 38 runs, the largest in this match. Alex has so far contributed 18 and Solomon has contributed 16 in that partnership. Cow corner, long on, extra cover, long off, all at the boundary for Solomon because he has proved that he can hit to the boundary. Getting that one straight to the point fielder. And they take the run. Good rotation of strike there. And when you look at the points table, Mt.Rwenzori right on the bottom of that table. Kilimanjaro on top. They have played 7 games, won 6 and lost only 1. They are on the top of the table with 12 points. And the teams that are in playoff positions are Mt.Kirimannjaro, who are on top, Mount Meru second, Mount Satima third, and Mount Karisimbi. Straight to the fielder. And it is another dot ball. They are much better from Nathan Mopere. The leading runs scorer for this tournament is Conrad Ruama with 217 runs, whereas Jovan Komagom leads in terms of wickets. He has 13. Play straight into the gap. Kilimanjaro have been frustrated by this partnership. Hits that one up in the air. And it lands safe. They do take the single to bring the over to an end. 99 for a loss of 7 is the score as we come to the end of over number 18. And we are remaining with the 2 more overs to play in this innings. Standing in as the captain for this outfit, Mujuni Austin is now tossing the ball around, trying to look for the bowler who will break for him this partnership. And now Martin Woji is into the attack. Across off the pads. And it will be by runs there indicated by the umpire. Well, the by runs will bring up 100 runs as the team total for Mt.Rwenzori. A team that has done too much recovering here. And whichever number of runs they will do get will be bonuses. When you look at the power play, they were 23 for a loss of 4. After turnovers, they were 40 for 5, but they have now recovered valiantly. The Rubwama Chadia partnership has really been finding runs. Their running between the wickets has been very, very superb. And now, with about 10 more balls to play in this innings, you would feel that they should be hoping that they can continue finding these runs. Chadiha hitting one down to the sweepers. The call was for 2, but you cannot take on Colin Izokwalinga's arm, and his experience is gold dust. Comfortable too, they do take. A team which would have been bowled out for less than 50 is now getting the runs. Trying to hit that one to the onside, but doesn't time it well. It is still a beautiful passage of play here, as these two batters are now finding the runs and making sure that they help Mt.Rwenzori to find a respectable total. Rwenzori Mountain, after playing 6 games, they have won only 1 and lost all the 5. But that single will bring us to the end of the 19th over. 103 for a loss of 7 after 19 is what the scoreboard reads. One more over remaining in this first innings between Mt.Kirimannjaro and Mt.Rwenzori, and today is match day number 11 of the East African Safari. The morning clash is an affair between Mt.Kirimannjaro and Mt.Rwenzori. Jovan Komagon will be bowling the final 6 balls of this innings. Solomon Wam exposing his stumps, trying to hit that one on. And in the end, it is Jovan Komagom who hits the furniture. Rwenzori Mountain lose their 8th wicket, and it is the wicket for the captain. But a solid knock there from Solomon Wamachi goes 30 off 30 for him to make sure that their team finds something that they can come out and bowl at. Jovan Komagom with the 2nd wicket, and now he has 14 wickets in this tournament. He is the leading wicket taker. Not sure the idea was there for Solomon, but stepping away from the end of the ball, trying to open up the onside. There will be another clash in the afternoon between Mount Karisimbi and Mount Elgon. Another interesting matchup. So make sure that you keep around. And now we'll be seeing Lennox Muhanguzi walking on to bat. 5 more to play in this innings. Projected score 107. Mt.Kirimannjaro at long last have found a wicket, and we'll be hoping that they can get a little more from here on. Little expensive in his spell. Jovan Komagom is bowled 3.1, considered 24, and picked up 2 wickets. But now Sisi has gotten rid of Solomon Luwama and broken a partnership. Stands a very big chance of continuing with the same. But now the left-hander Lennox Muhanguzi will be the new batter in. Longo on, longo off. Cow corner, extra cover rate at 45 yards will be the fielders protecting the boundary here for Muhanguzi Lennox. As we get down to the final 5 balls. He will continue over, closing on his blade, but it will be a dot ball. The captain there rating your frame, trying to tell his batters to try and rotate strike. Full and hit again straight to the fielder. Lennox trying to go for that left-hander shot, but he still finds the fielder. Gates that one straight to the fielder. There is a run-out chance on the bowler's end, but a run-out not completed. Comical scenes, and they will do take the single. Now Chadiha Alex, who studies from the same school with Giovanni Komagom, will be taking the liking to his bowling. 2 more balls remaining to wrap up this innings, and he will be hoping Chadiha that he can get a boundary off one of these. Crims one down the ground, straight to the fielder. Sloppiness in the running, and the run out is completed. Not very quick work there between these two. Miscommunication, they kept looking at each other, and in the end it is a run out that is completed. The 9th wicket there goes. And now Tom Adupu will be the new batter coming in to face the final ball of this batting innings for Mt.Rwenzori. Mt.Kirimannjaro did win the toss and opted to bat first. And they have, I beg your pardon, Mt.Kirimannjaro won the toss and opted to bowl first. They started well, but in the end, Rwenzori recovered valiantly to put runs on board. And I tell you, with 1 more ball remaining in this innings, see what Tom Adupu can do. Shimmy down the track, and he goes over the fielder. It is a boundary. Hit very nicely, and they will do completing at 109 out of nothing. There Tom Adupu breaks the shackles on his very first ball, and he picks up that boundary to bring the innings to bed. And when you look at the match summary for this game, Solomon Lubamachigozi and Alex Chadiha have been the standout, both of them scoring 30 and 23 respectively. But the 22 runs that have been given away by Mt.Kirimannjaro will be something for them to regret. 3 wickets for Adamu Zaifa, 1 for Colin Izokwalinga, 2 for Giovanni Komagom, and 1 for Nathan Mopere, the bowlers there in the attack for Kilimanjaro. 109 is what is posted on the board, and 110 from 120 will be needed for victory. We'll take a short break and leave you with the highlights. We will return with the second innings of this matchup. The bright skies here of the Florida Cricket Oval as we get back to the second innings. 110 runs for Mt.Kirimannjaro to pick up victory. They come into this game at the back of a loss. They were handed their first loss in this tournament after 7 matches. And how they respond will be something everyone will be looking out for. But Mt.Kirimannjaro is still on top of the table. They have played 7 games, won 6 of those and lost only 1. And now they will be hoping that they can get back to winning ways to make sure that they keep the top spot, because when you're in top spot, you do play the qualifier, and if you win that one, you're already into the finals. And even though you lose, you still have another chance of redemption, because you play the qualifier 2, which will be between the one who will have lost the qualifier 1 and whoever will have won the eliminator. But this tournament is sponsored by Deep End Sports Media, Dafabet, and King's the Children's Medical Center. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajab here in the comms, and it is a clash happening between Mt.Kirimannjaro and Mt.Rwenzori. Mt.Kirimannjaro winning the toss and opting to bowl first. They started well, but somehow you feel that they lost it during that innings, because they gave away 20 extras and they left a partnership to grow between Solomon Chigozirwama and Alex Chadiha. But now they will be needing 110 runs from 120 balls. It might be a tall order if they don't get out of the blocks early. And to bowl the first ball of this second innings will be Tom Adupo. And he will be coming in from the forest end. Kagera Raymond and Sechito Mahadi are the 2 batters who have come out to open the batting. And if Mt.Rwenzori can keep on their toes, they stand a very, very big chance of picking up this win. Solomon Wamachiguzi will be marshalling his troops to make sure that they do pick up the win. This tournament broadcasting live from the Florida Cricket Oval. Third man right at the boundary. The only option that is being used outside the 30 inside this power play. Tom Adupu will be bowling right arm round to put that cross angle for the 2 batters who have made their way in. A packed offside, 2-point fielders, a slip in place, backward point right there. Short cover point, short third man, fast slips. What a beautiful cordon there. And the only 2 fielders on the onside, mid off and square leg. Tom Adupu will be bowling to Martin Woji the first ball. Here we are. Bowling to his field, just starting with that cross angle and the ball swinging away from the batter. It is a dot ball there to start off the over. Driven but straight to Innocent Elvis. I cannot meet on, and it is another dotty ball. Good start there from Tom Adupu. Back-to-back dot balls there for him. beats him with the pace, making good patches and making great use of the new wicket. And now mid off, walking a few feet backwards, hit away, one bounce for a little wide, a little bouncing off the surface, and Imogen Martin picks up on that length very nicely to send it all the way to the boundary. A welcoming boundary there for Mt.Kirimannjaro as they do break the shackles to pick up the first runs on board. Final ball of this over will be a dot ball and the end of the over. Sorry, there's one more ball to play in the over. Outside the tram lines, and it is wides. Brilliant there, and that dot will bring us to the end of the over. 4 in the first and 4 for no loss is the score after 1. Spinner in the attack. Starts with a short ball. Big chance of taking that run out. But some quick running. Beats him completely, beats everyone with that turn. But the wicket keeper doesn't get hold onto the feather, and they do take the run. Much better there from Bosco Akenad. It is a dot ball. Guided straight to the fielder. Nearly a poor throw. But good work there. Sloppy there from Bosco Akena. It's a very good line there coming in from him, and it is 3 wides onto the total. End of the second over, and 7 for no loss is the score. Tom Adupo will be coming back to bowl his second over. He bowled some good raw pace in the first over that went for just 4 runs. And now he will be coming in to bowl. It is match day number 11 of the East African Safari here at Florida Cricket Ground. Clash between Mt.Rwenzori and Mt.Kirimannjaro, but Mount Karisimbi will be squaring off in the afternoon against Mount Elgon. Martin Wodge going to drive. He's trying to go to drive, but he's not getting close to that pitch of the ball. And Tom Adupo still going back with that packed offside pitch. Third man, slip cordon there with the third slips, a backward point, cover, short cover, and mid off. But that's down the leg there by Tom Adupo. Not a very good line for him to bowl, because there are only 2 fielders on the offside, and the 2 fielders on the off are square leg and mid on. So with no mid wicket, no deep square leg, no deep mid wicket, you don't need to be bowling to the body. The line he was bowling previously was a very good line, right outside off stump. It's much better there, and it is another dotty ball. $99 more runs needed in 106 balls for Mt.Kirimannjaro to pick up the win. That cross angle there, nowhere in the hitting arc there for Boji Martin. Sloppy work there from the field that covers that ball, getting an awkward bounce off that square of the wicket, and they do sneak through for the single. angling away, and it is a dot ball. Some sharp outs in there coming in from Adupu Tom. It will be a dot ball to bring us to the end of the over. 4 runs in his first over and 3 in his second. And as we come to the end of over number 3, 12 for no loss is what Mt.Kirimannjaro has on board. Good return there from Bosco Akena. He's kept the batters guessing, and he comes back with the dot ball there, making full patches from the surface. It is a new wicket that they are using, but he's bowling well. Cream the throw, the covers. Moses Achema with work to do. Fine stop. Cutting off that boundary. They don't have so many runs on board. And they are now making sure that they put up the fight. Keeping low on that one, and it is another dot ball. Good line for Bosco Akena. A little quick and into the surface, and it will be another dot ball. Thick outside edge, but not taken by the wicket keeper, and in giving the batters another chance to take the run. We have seen the wicket keeper dropping 3 catches so far, right behind there. Julius Iwoji fall and off the inside edge of the blade, and they take another single. Good awareness and good running between these two batters bring us to the end of the over. 16 runs for a loss, for no loss is the score as we come to the end of over number 4. There will be a bowling change for Mt.Rwenzori. Tom Adupu out of the attack, and Innocent Elvis Akena right into the attack. One seamer replaces the other. Third man at the boundary. The only protection that they do have, and this is the 5th over of this run chase. Another thick outside edge of the blade of Raymond Kagera, and it will be runs. A double to start off Innocent Elvis's first over. 92 needed for the win from as many as 93. Kilimanjaro trying to take on a cautious chase. Slaps one away. Much better there from Hariom. Two went past him previously, but now he's made sure that his alignment behind the ball is real superb to make sure that he stops that one, because they didn't post so many runs, so you don't afford to give away his runs. Let the batters keep fighting for their runs. Much better line outside off stump and not in his eating arc. It is a dot ball there. Good bowling from Innocent. Driven down to mid off, and it will be another single. Kagera Raymond and Martin Woji looking so good, making sure that they keep rotating the strike and keep finding the runs. Mt.Rwenzori should be looking for a way of breaking this growing partnership. Down the leg and it's wides. Kena struggling to continue bowling the good line. He's got it swinging away from the batter, and it is a dot ball. There is an appeal, and the umpire says no, there was nothing on that one, and it will be a dot ball to end the over. 20 for no loss is the score after 5 overs. One more over to play in this power play. Bosco Akena will be bowling the final over to complete the power play. 5 gone and 20 for no loss is the score. Raymond Kagera has 5 runs off 13, whereas Martin Woji has 9 runs off 18. But good start there from Bosco Akena. Some width offered there by Akena, but the batter is not capitalizing on the width right in that arc to cut. He's kept him guessing and he's bowled some quick dot balls here, but that will be called wide by the umpire. Akena Bosco really sticking on his plan of bowling outside off stump. Just a little unlucky that he doesn't keep that one close. But that's a much better approach there for him. Hits one straight to the fielder. The batters are hesitant. They are hesitant to take the run. Sloppy, the throw going the wrong end. And the run out not completed, but what an over there from Bosco Akena. So they are going to the wicket keeper's end, but you feel that there was a big chance on the bowler's end. End of the power play. 21 for no loss is the score after 6. Akena Elif is coming back for his second over. Current run rate 389 from 84 balls for victory. The required run rate is 6.35. Shuffles across the stumps, but doesn't time it well. Right into the surface. Another chance of a run out. No quick reaction there. The overthrow would have even given them a chance of picking up the second run, but low awareness levels. The umpire performing some bit of a concussion test there to make sure that the batter can really continue and find the runs. Hit away and into the gap. They are pushing quickly and they will return for the second run. Good running between Martin Woji and Raymond Kagera, making sure that they do find the runs. It's a beautiful passage of play so far for Mt.Kirimannjaro. They have taken care of the wicket column and they are now making sure that they do find the runs. Some good running between the wickets. These two batters, Woji and Kagera. Sliced one away. There is a fielder running from third man, but the running between the wickets is good and they do come back for the second. No boundaries coming easy their way, but they have made sure that the running between the wickets is very, very good as they continue finding the runs. And it is a clear passage of play here. 83 from 80 balls. Beaten by the pace. There was an LBW appeal, but it will be counted as a dot ball. Tries to shuffle across the stumps, Raymond Kagera, but doesn't manage to make contact. One more remaining in this over. Mt.Rwenzori must pick wickets if they are to stand a chance of winning this game. Beats the outside edge of the blade, and it is a dot ball. End of the over. 7 overs gone, and 27 for no loss is the score. Hariom Dudarejia is the bowling change. A good start there from Hariom. A little flighted, but yet a good line to bowl off the inside edge of the blade and to the pads. It will be a dot ball. He's been forcing the batter to step forward and drive. Returning from the under-19 trials. Shuffles across the stumps. There's a run-out chance. And the umpire raises up the finger. Kagera Raymond not making his ground in quick time. Solomon Duamachu was using all the energy that he did have in his shoulders to chip in a timely perfect throw. And Mt.Kirimannjaro loses the first wicket. It is Raymond Kagera who departs. Collins Okwalinga is the new batter in, replacing Raymond Kagera. Raymond Kagera not breaking his ground in quick time, and Mt.Rwenzori picks up the first wicket. But Okwalinga, another player who can hit the ball mostly front of the square, rocks back and cuts one. No effort there from Chadia Alex, and Okwalinga is already off the mark. And you will see that the approach there for Okwalinga is trying to make sure that he hits hard through covers to pick up runs. Cow corner, long on, long off, deep mid wicket at the boundary for Martin Woji. Goes across, straight to the fielder, but it is put down. A catching opportunity created there by Hariom to pick up the second wicket for Rwenzori Mountain is put down by Innocent Akena Elvis. And this is something they will keep regretting, because they had the chance of picking up the quick wickets, but look at how Akena collides with the ball. Another run out chance there to the bowler's end is not completed. And a poor throw there with no backup in place gives them a chance to take another run. And the 2 runs will bring us to the end of the over. .33 for a loss of 1 is the score after 7 overs. And there will be another bowling change there being taken. Akena Innocent Elvis out of the attack, and it will be Mahadi Sechito into the attack. Sechito Mahadi, another handed spinner who can really try and find wickets to give their side a chance of picking up the win. Dot ball there for Mahad to start off his over. Pulls one away, and it is a boundary there for Okwalinga, leaning back into that shot and managing to access the boundary. Beautiful placement there from Okwalinga, one of the seasoned campaigners in this team. Some better adjustments there. Good work there from Sechito, fielding his ball very, very nicely. Straight, as would love to see it there from Okwalinga. Good running as he returns back for the second run. Good passage of play here so far for Mt.Kirimannjaro. And the double will bring us the end of the over. 39 for a loss of 1. And 71 more needed for victory. Hariom Dudarejia back into the attack with the dot ball there. Beautiful bowling. He's got it angling away from the batter. Putting in Sami for that top his own ball, but the ball goes past him and they will take the single. Hits one away straight to the fielder. And they will take the single. The ball not carrying to the fielder at long on, giving them a chance to take the run. There was an appeal and it is given by the umpire, a little feather off the blade of Martin Woji. And a brilliant take there by Julius Woji. One dismissing his namesake. And the brilliant there. It is the second wicket that they do pick up. Going hard and getting hold onto that opportunity. Julius, you saw him raising the finger up already as soon as he got hold of the ball. Two wickets have now fallen. Hariom Dudarejia picking up his first. The first one was a run out, but this is a really brilliant display for Mt.Rwenzori, who are fighting to try and make sure that they defend 69 runs and 62 balls. Austin Mujuni is the new batter in for Mt.Kirimannjaro. Flighted, but not hit by Austin Mujuni, and it is a dot ball. Brilliant over there from Hariom Dudarejia. Final ball of the over, outside off, creamed away, but straight to the field, and it will be a dot ball. Just 2 runs in the over and the wicket falling in this over. And as we come to the halfway mark after 10 overs, 41 for a loss of 2 is the score. 69 more from 60 balls needed for victory. Sechito Mahadi will be coming back to bowl his second over. Long on, long off, all at the boundary. Extra cover and cow corner. This is the 11th over of the match. Dot ball. Good stuff there from Mt.Rwenzori. They have found a way of drawing up the boundaries. Mt.Rwenzori, and all they can afford to give out at the moment are the singles. It will take some good running between the wickets for them to keep finding the runs. But I tell you, the game is evenly poised. 69 from 57 for victory. This game can swing in any direction. Sachitoma had 1.3 overs so far. He's considered only 7. Good work there from Sechito, bowling it to the fourth stump, and he picks up another dot ball. Nothing for the batters to work with. Current run rate 4, required 7. Kilimanjaro will need to get out of the blocks if they are finding the runs. Working one off the pads into the gap, and they will take the single. Long on, long off. Cow corner, deep mid wicket at the boundary there for Collins Okwalinga. There is another fielder at extra cover for OC. Googly hit. There is a waiting fielder. Innocent Akena Elvis takes the catch. And now the game swinging the way of Mt.Rwenzori. Rwenzori Mountain not finding the runs early in this game, but they have found a way of fighting back and picking up the wickets that they do need. And I tell you, Okwalinga, 9 of 12. A very, very capable batter and a very, very big wicket they have really gotten. They really hoped he could not stick in for so long. Okwalinga falling for a googly. It picks up the waiting fielder at long off, and again I look at the celebration, telling you how big that wicket did mean to them. 3 wickets have fallen in a flash. Mahadi Sechito with his first wicket. The first one was a run out. Hariom Dudareijia also has a wicket. And the 43 for 3 is what the scoreboard reads, as Mupere Nathan makes his way to the crease to bat for Mt.Kirimannjaro. Okwalinga will smile, leaving the ground, but he will know that he has not done the full job that was expected of him to do for his team. Nathan Mupere making his way to the crease, and Hariom back to bowl his third over, forcing Austin Mujuni to come and play. But Austin Mujuni not making full access to that ball. Driven, no effort there from Chadiha. Picks up the extra cover fielder, and they'll take the single. It will be a moment for Mt.Rwenzori to try and make sure that they put back the pressure, put up a very superb fielding display, and make sure that they don't concede runs. Picked off the pads there very nicely by Nathan Mupere, and he gets off the mark with the boundary. A little loose there from Hariom Dudareji, and Mupere says thank you, sending that one backward of the square to pick up a boundary. There is a chance to catch, and the catch is taken there by Vaiga. Nathan Mupere getting off the mark with the boundary, but he doesn't manage to continue scoring, and a brilliant take there running in from cow corner. Nathan Mupere somehow looking at his blade, trying to throw the blame at it, but didn't just hit that one well. But look at the effort there from Baiga diving forward and picking up the catch. It is the second wicket there for Hariom Dudareji, the googly doing the magic. I look at the distance covered by Twaha Baiga. He is a wicket keeper by trade. but he gets hold on to the chance, and now the lights are dimming out for Kilimanjaro as they do lose the 4th wicket. Wickets are falling in a flash. 4 have already gone. 62 needed in 50 balls for Kilimanjaro to pick up the win and bounce back to winning ways. They are right on top of the table, but somehow they are failing to get out of the blocks in this one. In a game where they would have bowled out Mt.Rwenzori to less than 40 runs, they were a little expensive fielding laps during their innings, and now it is turning out to be costly for them. Huzaifa Adams is now the new batter in. We saw him opening the bowling. Tells you more about his bowling capabilities. But now it will be his batting capabilities to see Mount Kilimanjaro cross the line. 2 more to play in this Hariom Dudarejia over. Off the edge of the bat, there is a chance to run out, but the two fielders, Lennox Mohanguzi and Innocent Elvis Akena, combining not to complete the run out. And it is a run taken. 1 more ball remaining in this over. Straight to the field that covers, and through his hands. Dudarejia has so far created many chances, but 3 of those being put down. Another chance goes begging, and the single brings us to the end of the over and also brings up the 50 runs for a loss of 4 wickets at the end of the 12th. Back in the attack is Sechito Mahadi. Making him stuck in the crease, and it is a dot ball. Trying to hit that one over the head of the fielder at mid-wicket, but they will do take the single. Adam Huzaifa showing some bit of urgency. 59 in 46. Outside of stump, and it is a dot ball there for Boji Martin. Rwenzori has so far won only 1 game in this tournament, but they have a chance of picking up this victory. Driven down the ground and straight to the fielder. Another single. No boundaries coming their way. Another dot ball there, bringing the over to an end. Hariom comes back for his final over. 13 overs gone, with the scoreboard still reading 53. Uzaifa goes, but doesn't make any contact, and it is a dot ball, but very, very risky shot. He's going for a high risky shot for low rewards. Keeping it outside off stump there for Hariom, and it is another dot ball. Much better there from Hariom Dudarejia as he continues picking up the dot balls. Nearly hits it to the fielder, but it will fall short of the fielder. But much better there from Hariom Dudarejia. He's really made sure that he doesn't go for many, playing on the back foot, and it is a dot ball. One more to play in this Hariom's spell. Goes for a full one, but he picks up a dot ball, and that wraps up his spell. Hariom has so far bowled 4 overs, conceding 15 runs and picking up 2 wickets, but those could have been 5 if the chances were all taken. But a very, very fine bowling display there to keep the inside in the game. Current run rate 3, required 9, 55 more from 36 for the victory. And as we come to the end of over number 14, 55 for a loss of 4 wickets is the score. A maximum there, a welcoming one. Picking up on the bounce fairness there, Adam Muzaifa, another capable player. A slugger of sorts, not really someone you can back up to find for your runs. But he goes all the way to pick up that maximum. And now the 61 runs have come up on board for the side, picking up the current 100 from 3 to 4. A little off the inside edge, but sloppiness there from the fielder Moses Achema, and it gives them a chance of picking up the second. There is a lapse in concentration by the fielding team, and it is currently working out in the favor of the batting team as they are now capitalizing on those chances, picking up the wickets. Uzaifa goes, but it is another dot ball. There was a He's found his feet outside of the crease, and the stamping effected by Julius Woji. The umpire raising up the finger in no quick time, and out of nothing, Kilimanjaro picks up the wicket. Adam Uzaifa, who looked to be in fine shape, goes. Let's look at that one. Clearly, he didn't take care of where he was standing. When you look at the foot, it was a little up in the air. Look at that. A little up in the air and not in the crease. And the stamping there well effected. It is another wicket that goes. Mt.Kirimannjaro have now lost another wicket. And the wicket that falls is Huzaifa Adams. 63 for a loss of 5 is now what is on board. Zephyr Adams has been giving a glimmer of hope. Falls. Mt.Kirimannjaro is the new batter in, replacing Mt.Rwenzori. Long on, long off, all standing at 45 yards, plus extra cover at 45. But the fielder in the deep mid-wicket right at the boundary. Bowling a quick one there, Mahadi Sechito. And it is a dotty ball. Mt.Kirimannjaro not a batter by trade, so you'll expect him to slog a bit. He's thinking he's a typical bowler. We've come to the end of the 15th over. 47 more in 30 balls, and you feel that the current passage of play has really made sure that it keeps Mt.Rwenzori in this game. The game that they would have lost in the first innings, they have now made sure that they put the fight back. And we will be seeing a bowling change there for Mt.Rwenzori. Harem Dudareji has completed his spell, and he will be replaced by Lennox Muhanguzi. Beats him completely, and that could have been a stamping. There is a run-out chance. Direct hit. And the umpire raises up the finger, and out of nothing they do pick up another wicket. It is a comedy of errors that are being made by the batters. A stamping for Mt.Rwenzori and a run out for Mujuni Austin. Look at that one there. Wicketkeeper making a mess of it. But Mahadi Sechito getting the ball and making a direct hit. Took some time sliding his bat down. What could have been a stamping in the first place, as you see there, results into that direct hit in quick time. He was miles away from making his ground, and the umpire says, yes, Austin, your struggles have come to an end. 6 wickets have fallen for just 63 runs, and 47 more needed in 30. Chiberu Haddad is the new batter in, and the game that would have been easily won by Mt.Kirimannjaro is now swinging away from them, and it will take a lot of batting between Haddad Chiberu and Mt.Kirimannjaro if their side is to come out on top of this game. Hits one through. They are pushing quickly for the second, trying to get off his wheels very quickly and show some bit of urgency. The young man Mt.Kirimannjaro, but sent back by his partner. Good bowling there. Oh, sorry, it's called wide by the umpire. keeping the outside edge of the blade into play, but it will be a dot ball. Going to drive Haddad Chiweru, but nowhere in the frame. And it is another dot ball. Good lines being bowled by Lennox Muhanguzi, just bowling outside off stump. Wicket. Off stump. Haddad Chiweru with a stand and deliver stance. The ball goes through and it dismantles the furniture. It is another wicket that goes. They have failed to find a way of getting the runs. Look at that one there, a little high in his stance, and doesn't manage to drive that one on. Timber rearranged. Muhanguzi with his first wicket. And the 7th goes for Mt.Kirimannjaro. The over started with a wicket. It was a run out. A wicket on the penultimate ball of the over. And one more ball remaining in this over by Lennox. 45 in 25 is now the equation on match day number 11 of the East African Safari. 6 teams squaring off in this one, all picking the names from the different mountains that we do have in East Africa. Rwenzori, Elgon, Satima, Karisimbi, Kilimanjaro, and the Mount Meru. The current clash between Mount Rwenzori and Mount Kirimannjaro. Kilimanjaro won the toss and opted to bowl first. Rwenzori posted 109, but now the run chase is on. Natha Mwanje is the new batter in. One more ball to play in this Lennox Muhanguzi over. Hit, but it doesn't carry to the fielder, and it is a dot ball. End of the over. Brilliant over there for Lennox Muhanguzi. Two wickets falling in that over, and 2 runs given away. And as we come to the end of over number 16, 65 for a loss of 7 is the score. There will be another clash in the afternoon at 2 p.m. between Mount Karisimbi, who will be squaring off against Mount Elgon. But in this game, 43 more runs will be needed from as many as 24 balls. Sorry, it is 45 of 24. Adupu Tom, the seamer, will be coming into the attack. No chance has been given to the batters because they were starting to become comfortable with the spin. Back into the attack with the banger. Back into the attack with the wicket. Tom Adupu announcing his return as he picks up that wicket. The wicket of Jovan Komagom. And now the 8th wicket falls for Mt.Kirimannjaro. They have failed to continue finding the runs. Opejinimungu Joshua is the new batter who walks in for Mt.Kirimannjaro. But you feel that properly Mt.Rwenzori is right into the tile. Two more wickets here for victory. Going down on one to sweep. But the umpire feels that the ball was angling around. It could have missed wickets. And it is a dot ball there. But good thing there from Tom Adupu bowling a full toss to the new man. A very great chance to wrap up the tile here. Another dot ball there. Right into the block hole, and it is another dot ball. Brilliant line there from Tom Adupu. Wides down the leg. Not a very good line there. Another pill there goes in vain, but Tom Adupu really hitting the good hard lines and lengths to make sure that he keeps the edges of the bat into play. Opejinimungu, Joshua and Mwanjenasa, the two batters current at the crease. 44 in 19. It might be a matter of time for Mt.Rwenzori to seal off this victory. Angling one in. Hesitation between the batters. There is a run-out chance. A direct hit could have given them the wicket. But in the end, it's 2 wides onto the total. Miscommunication between Opejinimungu and Mwanje. The two batters at the crease. One more ball remaining for Tom Adupu to bowl in this over. It is a dot ball and the end of over number 17. 68 for a loss of 8. Current run rate 4, required 13. 42 in 18. Lennox Mohanguzi will be the bowler back into the attack to bowl over number 18 of the match. In his first over, Lennox bowled so well. He considered only 2 runs, but he managed to pick up a wicket. And there was a run out in that very over there by Lennox. He really came and created chances and made sure that he picks up the wickets. So as he returns, he will be looking forward to perhaps continue doing the good work that he's done for his side. And with the current run rate reading 4.04 and the required exactly 14, with the 42 in 18, you somehow feel that Mt.Rwenzori have a chance of picking up their second victory in this tournament. Their first one Longo came against Mount Elgon, and now they are looking to topple the table leaders. The team at the bottom dragging the team at the top down. Lennox getting ready to come and deliver his second over. Longo on, Longo off. The extra cover are both at the boundary for Joshua Opejinimungu, who will be facing the first ball from Lennox. Gets down to access the Yon side, but he misses, and it is a dot ball for Lennox to start off his over. Outside off, and it is another dot ball. The issue there for Joshua Opejinimungu is trying to hit on the onside even the balls that are right in the arc. Hits that one, and it is misfielded by the man at short third, giving them a chance to pick up the single. Skyer up in the air, and Mahadi Sechito with a stunning catch. A brilliant take there to end the struggles of Nasa Mwanje. He had to move a few feet backwards and look at the celebration there by his captain carrying him up in the air, because they know with this wicket they are now just 1 wicket away from picking up a win, a very, very popular win. A little off the edge of the blade, but well judged and taken there by Sechito Mahadi. And out of nothing, they have picked up another wicket. Look at that ball. They're angling away from that blade, he went and sliced it on, but the catch beautifully taken. And it is the 9th wicket that they do pick up, bringing the final batter, John Paul Waswa, to the crease. One more wicket to get here for Mt.Rwenzori. Brilliant there from Kato, playing it down the ground. Flated and hit straight to the waiting Alex Chadiha, and it will be that victory going the way of Mt.Rwenzori in a game where you never felt that the odds would swing in their favor. A 40 runs victory they do get, but look at that ball, they are flighted. And Kato stepping away from it, but trying to hit it through the cover area. In the end, he picks up the waiting Alex Chadi here. And that is the wicket that gives Mt.Rwenzori the second victory in this tournament. What a brilliant display there from this side, making sure that they do come out and play well and pick up the win. They do come on top by 40 runs, Mt.Rwenzori, as they find their second wicket in as many as 7 games. So that's the match summary there. A solid contribution there from Solomon Wamachi, goes 30 of 30 in the first innings, well supported by Alex Chadi, has 23 of 23. 3 wickets for Adam Muzaifa and 2 for Jovan Komagom. And in response, only Martin Woji stood out with 14 of 25. Adam Muzaifa 11, Raymond Kagera 11, 3 for Muhanguzi Lennox, and 2 for Hariom Dudarejia. And 40 runs victory for the Mount Elgon side. It is game set and match. The afternoon clash will be between Mount Elgon, who will be squaring off against Mountain. Sorry, correction, the fixture. The afternoon game is between Mountain Karisimbi and Mount Elgon. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi, and I will come to you shortly with the post-match presentation of this game.